Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Headmaster HARDHEAD. This is brand new, released in January of 2021. It's starting to hit store shelves right now as of the time of this recording. And this is a Walmart exclusive. It's a set of 4 different figures. They retail for approximately $20 each. And what this is really, really neat. It looks like, it's made to look like a G1 figure, obviously because of the packaging. But what it is a reissue of the Titans Return HARDHEAD figure. However, he's been painted and redecorated to more closely resemble his G1 counterpart figure, which is very cool. Also, the Headmaster, the Titan Master, back in the day we called them Headmasters, Duros in this case, this is a new mold. So they've been retooled, or they might be completely new molds, I'm not sure. But they are made to look, again, more closely resemble their G1 counterparts, which is really, really cool. So we can see right here in the front, we've got 2 windows. Smaller window shows us Duros right there in the robot mode. And then on the bigger window, we can see HARDHEAD packed in his tank mode. And of course, we got that really cool artwork, the G1 style artwork of HARDHEAD right there. Along the top of the box, we've got some steps showing us how we're going to get from tank to robot. On the side of the box, we've got pictures of HARDHEAD, both in vehicle and in robot mode. Same thing on this side. And then along the back of the packaging, we've got that really cool 1987 style splash art right there, showing us all the different toys, all the different Headmasters. We got Fortress Maximus up there, very cool. And then on the bottom here, we've got the bio for HARDHEAD, and we've got the tech spec right there. So that's about it for the packaging. Let's get it opened up and go check it out. Out of the package, HARDHEAD comes included with his instruction sheet, the Duros Headmaster or Titan Master, his handgun, and HARDHEAD himself, which is already packaged in tank mode. And I'm probably going to be going back and forth between calling him Duros or HARDHEAD because, again, my experience with Headmasters was the Japanese cartoon, and in that continuity, this was the actual character. This was HARDHEAD. This was a transector, his vehicle, which transformed into a bigger robot body for him to inhabit. So it was the same character, whereas of course in the US it was HARDHEAD and Duros, and I'm aware of that, so just bear with me. If I switch back and forth, it's just force of habit. So here's the instruction sheet. It did not include a decoder, which I think was a missed opportunity considering the fact that the box has the tech spec reader. But there you go, there's the instruction. It's done in that G1 style, which I absolutely love. I love seeing a modern figure packaged in vehicle mode, packaged in a retro style box with retro style instructions. That is just completely up my alley. And here is HARDHEAD, again packed in his vehicle mode, and I love this toy. Here in tank mode, HARDHEAD is approximately 5 inches long, about 2 inches tall, and then Duros is about just under 1.5 inches. So this guy is really, really tiny. And we'll go ahead and get started with him, and we'll see if we can get him focused. And yeah, he looks pretty good. I love the level of detail that they've put into these new remold or these retooled Titan Masters that they're doing for these reissues to make them look more G1. This guy looks just like G1 Duros did. I absolutely love it. He's got the little gray body with the green arms and legs, and a lot of painted detail, really nice painted detail on the face. Check that out. Yellow face, blue eyes, silver forehead, green helmet. Absolutely love that. And just kind of going all the way around, and then you can see HARDHEAD's head right there in the back. Again, missed opportunity, not giving him the flap to be able to cover that up. But what are you going to do? It is considerably smaller than the original figure. And then he does have articulation. The head is on a ball joint, and I'll try to show that off as best I can. It's really easy to lose focus here with such a small thing, but it is
on a ball joint, so you can, you know, move it side to side, forward and backwards, rotate it, that kind of stuff. The little shoulders here, they are also on ball joints, so, you know, you got forward and backwards. Not all the way around because of the backpack. And then you do have a little bit of in and out. Of course, it is going to be limited. And if you pull off or pull away too far on them, you are going to pop those off. But you can move the arms around, so you can put them in little driving positions. And then the legs are fused together, but you got a joint at the hips and a joint at the knee, so you can give them a full sitting, or you can bend them at the knee as well. Very, very cool. Now, I do not, I have a G1 hardhead, but I don't have a G1 Duros, and I'll get into that in a moment. But I do have the Hotheads add-on kit that came for it. So here is the Hothead, Hothead, or rather the Head Robots Hothead figure, which was a replacement head for the G1 hardhead. So there you go. So you can see, and this guy is going to be about the same size as a G1 Headmaster would have been. So you can see the size difference on those guys right there. All right, so we'll set Hothead off to the side if he doesn't want to stand. We'll set Duros down here. Take a look at the weapon real quick so you can see that. And, you know, it's a perfectly serviceable handgun. It looks similar to the G1 while looking a little more modernized. So very, very cool. And then, of course, we've got Hardhead himself in the tank mode. And let me see, I'll go ahead and set these guys off to the side. This is great. This is just really, really nice. He's got wheels on the bottom here on the back threads, and he's got this big roller right here on the bottom. So it does allow him to roll quite nicely. As you can see, he rolls really, really nice, and I love that about him. I absolutely love this design and this update for Hardhead. I find the figure a little finicky, trying to get everything lined up and just right. And then once you get everything lined up, trying to get it to stay there. Maybe that's just the thing on my copy. I don't know. I do find them a little finicky. But, I mean, look at this design. See what I mean? This little thing here keeps popping off on me as I mess with him. But yeah, again, once you got him in place, he looks fantastic. I absolutely love this design. This looks just like the G1 figure did, but it's just a modern take, and that is what I love so much about these reissued Titan Returns figures. They're decoed, as you can see, black threads with the green body and the gray cannon. They're decoed to look just like the G1 figure did, but it's a modern, better looking, if you will, but obviously better articulated figure. Looks fantastic. Just kind of going all the way around so you can see, the detail. Just level of detail on this is fantastic. I absolutely love this detail of the silver with the red on the side of the tracks, because on the G1 figure, these were labels, right? These were stickers that you put on the G1 figure. They actually molded and painted those into this figure. Absolutely love that. And before we get into the comparison, I just want to do one more thing. So the cockpit does open, and then you can take your little Duros figure, almost call them Hardhead, and I know you guys are going to yell at me if I do. Then we put our little Duros figure right in there, in a little sitting position, close that up, and then we can take our gun and pop it right back here. Very, very nice. Another missed opportunity here would have been to have a port for the gun on this side, and you'll see why in just a moment. So we'll set this guy off to the side, and for comparison, we'll bring in wait a minute, get back in focus. There we go. We'll bring in G1 Hardhead. So here we go. Very, very cool. And you see what I mean with the guns. You had the option of putting one up here, because these original G1 figures did come with 2 weapons each, right? So you had the one here at the top, and then you had one here on the other side of the cockpit. So if kind of a missed opportunity, I think it would have been cool. I think it would have been cool if these reissues, since they're supposed to be G1, would have had 2 guns instead, but it didn't, right? So that's fine that it only came with the 1 gun. But give us a port here so that we can put the gun on this side. This, I think, would have looked, let me see if I can get back here. I think that would have looked so cool right there. But as it is, we didn't get it, and it's still a fantastic figure. Now, here's what I meant about the details. Check this out. So on the original figure, you had the stickers, silver with the red detail on the side here. They went ahead and molded that and painted it into this figure. Absolutely love that. Again, with the G1 figure, you had that gray, what is this? A port, I guess. This gray port right there. That looks fantastic. 2 Autobot symbols on the front threads. 2 Autobot symbols on the front threads. Again, they just covered every detail to make this look as close to this as possible, and that's right up my alley, and I absolutely love that. Another quick comparison, here he is with another Titans Return figure. This is Voyager size Optimus Prime, which in vehicle mode is a little small, but you know, that's because he makes quite the nice Voyager size robot. But there you go, so you can see what these guys look like together. So we'll go ahead and get the weapons out, and we'll get started with transformation. We'll take that off, set that off to the side, and then we'll take Duros out, close the cockpit, and we'll set him off to the side, and focusing on Hardhead. So transformation, fairly simple on this guy, very, very cool. We'll go ahead and start back here with, actually go ahead and start with this piece right here. This piece was actually flipped, you flip this up for robot mode. This was flipped up in the box. It came like this out of the package. And this being my first experience with the figure, I did not know. So when I went to try and roll them, I'm like, man, what the heck is wrong with this? It won't roll. I did not know that this was supposed to be flipped down for vehicle mode. I don't know if that's just a mispackage or if it's supposed to be packaged that way for the box. I don't know. But anyway, take this little piece, flip it up, and it will tab into place. Take the legs. You are going to untab these. And there's a very small tab there that was tabbed into this little port right here. Bring these all the way out and just clip them into place right there. Reach down here on the bottom to get the feet out. That's the legs pretty much all done. We're going to take the back of the vehicle and just kind of lift it up and flip the whole thing forward, just like this. Let's see, where do we want to go next? Yeah, let's start right here. So we'll go ahead and take the front threads, and we're going to unpeg these. And there's a little peg right here. There's a little joint right there in a little circular piece that very softly pegs into that port. So go ahead and just pop those out. And as you can see, there's a ball joint right in there and a hinge here. So you're just going to bring those up and over, extend this on that double hinge, and then reach in here to get the fist. Bring that out. Same thing on this side. Pop it up, extend the thread, reach in the side, and get the fist. Okay. I said get the fist out. Go lock those into place. Go ahead, and this is going to fold twice. It's going to fold at this hinge here and this hinge here. So bring this down and then bring this down. And is that going to tab? Yes, that is going to tab there to secure it in place. And that's pretty much Hardhead in robot mode. And then depending on what you want to do with it, if you want to, I mean, you can leave it with that cannon. We'll bring this up a little bit. You can leave it with the cannon up over his shoulder pointing straight up like that, which I think looks really cool. Or you want to, you can bring it up and forward like G1 version, which looks also, to me, it looks great, but it's weird. I'll show off here in a moment. So there's two hinges here, and then there's a third hinge. Is there? No, it's just the two hinges. So we're going to bring this up and over and then point it forward just like that, which looks fantastic, right? All right, let's bring in Duros. Make sure you're standing straight. Actually, we'll give him a gun later. Bring in Duros, and of course, you're going to take Duros, fold them in half to create the head. And I got an issue here on this one too. I don't know, again, if this is just on my figure or what, but you peg it in, and you can see he's kind of a bobblehead. It's in there. The head is in there all the way. It's kind of a bobblehead. I don't know why. Now, check this out. This is super weird. If I take the head on my Duros and flip it around 360 so that both faces are pointing forward, and I pop it in that way, A, it pops in a lot easier, and B, look, it's secure. I can actually like pose it and tilt it and whatnot. It's not a bobblehead. I don't know, that's weird, but for whatever reason on mine, it works better with the face or the head backwards. I don't know why that is, but there you go. There is Hardhead in robot mode. And again, looking absolutely amazing. I love the way this guy looks. Here in robot mode, he's approximately 6 inches tall. And let me try and get him in close and take a look at that head sculpt because it is just so good. Look at that. That is G1 cartoon Hardhead. Now, which cartoon was it? I'm not sure if this was Japanese or the American version. Or maybe they didn't have a difference in the animation. Maybe I'm thinking of the comics. I know that the animation had the face, as we're looking at it now. And then, of course, the G1 toy had the faceplate. And maybe I'm thinking of the comic books had the faceplate, and both of the cartoons had the face. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I never read the comics, and it's been a while since I watched either of the cartoons. But now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm kind of thinking that the animations had the face, and the comics had the faceplate because they wanted to look more like the toy. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Go down in the comments. Let me know. But again, check out that face. It looks so awesome, and just kind of going all the way up and down. The level of detail on this guy is incredible. He looks fantastic. Articulation wise, well, as you saw, the head on the Titan Master is a ball joint. So, you know, we can kind of tilt it side to side a little bit, forward and backward a little bit, and of course, side to side. Shoulders, they got a hinge here. You can make them go up and down a little bit. I believe he's supposed to have his shoulders up high. I don't know. This just kind of, I don't know. That just kind of looks weird to me like that. I think he's supposed to have the shoulders up high like that. But then the shoulder itself has a ball joint, so forward, backward, all the way around, in and out. Of course, it is going to be limited because of this panel up here at the top. You have a rotation at the bicep, a bend at the elbow, and even though, I love this, even though the wrists go in and out this way on that hinge, they actually put a mushroom peg on the fist itself so you can turn them at the fist. And I popped his head off, which is unfortunate. I forgot to show that off. I'm going to have to go back and retroactively show that off. Okay. So, all right, fist can rotate. We do not have a rotation at the waist. Legs can go forward, backwards, in and out. They are on a ball joint. Rotation at the thigh, bend at the knee, nothing at the toes. You know, I guess you want to go a little bit up and down like that, you can. Okay, so what I just now realized that I forgot to show in vehicle mode is this this gunner's seat right here, which is so cool. So on the gun itself, you can open this up, and that creates a seat right there where you can sit your Titan Master. So in vehicle mode, he can ride inside the cockpit, or he can ride inside the tank. I'd be completely remiss not to show that off. Yeah, what can you do? I completely missed that. In fact, I believe, yep, I thought so. This whole cannon can come off, and then you can make like a super weapon. So you can have them sit like this and man that cannon, just like you would with the other Titan Master figures that had seat guns. So you can do that. You can also even hold it this way. And if you have another Titan Master, he can sit there and do that as well. So, you know, it's got a lot of playability options. And that's what I love about these toys, is that you can actually play with them like toys. Such a cool update to these OG1 figures. We'll go ahead and give him his gun. And we'll do a final all the way around so you can see him all the way around. Look at all the detail. Little bit of a backpack because of the cockpit right there. Not too intrusive, really. It doesn't stick out all that bad, I don't think. He looks really, really nice. I really love this figure. Again, he feels a little fiddly, but other than that, I absolutely love the design, the look, and the playability of this figure. Couple of quick comparisons. Here he is once more with G1 Hardhead. G1 Hardhead is super tall, which I love. But again, yeah, so the story on my G1 Hardhead is that the figure itself and the gray gun on the shoulder, those are G1 parts. And then there was a company called Head Robots, which made an add-on kit for a universe figure called Hardhead, which was a universe take on this character, so that you can make him look a little more G1, a little more cartoon accurate or whatever. So they made two versions of that kit. One was for the Generations Hardhead figure to make him, you know, with the proper colors and the face sculpt and everything to make him look more like the I guess they were going for the comic books at the time. And then they made this version, which had the green guns, and then it had the G1 toy style head and all of that. So I used that second kit to sort of complete my G1 Hardhead. So it's a G1 Hardhead. The guns are reproductions, and the head is a reproduction. So that's kind of the story on mine. But there you go. There's size comparisons with these two. And then one final comparison. Here he is once again with a Titan Returns Optimus Prime Voyager class, so you can see the size difference on these guys. Yeah, very, very cool. I can't say this enough. I am absolutely loving these G1, let's call it a G1 style reissue of Titan Returns figures. I skipped out on them the first time, and I'm kind of glad that I did, because I much rather prefer these more G1 accurate versions that are coming out, and I would not have wanted to purchase those figures twice. So I'm kind of glad that I missed out on them the first time, because now I can get them, experience them for the first time, and get them in a more of a G1. I'm an old timer. I'm a G1er. You may think that's a good thing. You may think that's a bad thing, but that's what I am. That's who I am. So yeah, absolutely love this figure. If you see them out there, these are in stores right now as of the time of this recording. Absolutely recommended. And I think that about covers the Transformers Headmaster Hardhead G1 style Walmart exclusive reissue. Sure, we'll call it that. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got that donate button up there. If you want to hit on that, I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.